Hello everybody. Anyone tuning in right now? Got our 3 dogs that are down at the building project and where I'm staying. It was Teddy, Rob, and Quilly. They are all right here. I'm going to give everybody a quick little update. We're going to walk around and look at what we got going on around here. I fell on a pallet on my tailbone yesterday, or day before yesterday. So I was going to do this video the other day, but now it's sunny out, and we'll do it now anyway. So I'm going to start over at this end. We've got 2 nice Connex trailers, boxes that we've established and got set on the ground. We're going to let those settle for the winter. And then the reason we gap them apart is we're going to build a garage with some vaulted trusses over the top, and we'll be able to park our tractor or Bobcat or whatever we have down here in there, and then it'll be a little garage space also, so a place to get out of the wind and change some oil or work on a car or whatever might happen. We recently had electrical brought over here, so once this is a shed, there's an electrical panel and whatnot inside of this. We're going to go six feet beyond the other end, and then, like I say, vaulted ceiling, vaulted trusses, and a garage door, 10-foot garage door on that. As I pan around, we've got the pole up in the backyard, which now that we have some lifts, as you'll see in the video here, we're going to go up and put a light up on top of that. We've got a searchlight that is remote control from the house. I'll be able to spin it around and look just about anywhere I want. So inside the Connexes, we've got one as a storage unit, kind of tool bin, workbench in there. The other one has got a lot of products and storage and doors for the new building, and almost full as soon as we got it. Got the last of the gates on that we didn't get on last year to the backyard. There's a temporary fence inside here that we're using to keep the dogs in the yard while the grass grows on the hill. Right now everything is getting dormant for the winter, so the house set in here. We've got the driveway back to the Connexes. We put a water swale. We learned some things last winter about how the water moves off of the topography that we had set up, so got it set up now that everything flows across the driveway here and down into the back area. Septic for the house is right there where the pipes are sticking up. In this area back here, we retrieved a bunch of good black dirt out of that stripe you can see off to the right. And this spot in the middle, we're gonna make a feral dog area there, all fenced off, and kind of some earthen homes. And we're just gonna dig down a little and build some hills and whatnot. But we've got a couple of really beautiful piles of black dirt there for when we get farther on the building, and we can bring that black dirt up around the building. And so as I walk towards the building, the guys are working on the roof. They're putting the overhead eave on this end. They recently got all the trusses on. Now we'll have to do what's called the cupola, which we will show you as I'm walking around. A lot of folks have been asking about trees. If you look real closely there in front of the lift, we've got trees that have been planted, and they're doing really good. We've lost 1 or 2 here or there, but not too bad. Greenhouse kit is kind of laying on the ground in the foreground right ahead of me. This is all products for the greenhouse. We started spreading that around today because we are going to be starting on the greenhouse. As I get a little closer here, you'll see this line of bushes is doing really well. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. There is just a hair of breeze, and there is a machines running. So yeah, we planted these here, and they were just little sticks, and they're doing really well. And we've got some rose bushes, some willows, yeah. And so again, you guys working up on the roof, getting her buttoned up for winter. On the other side of the building here, the concrete crew is here. They've got all the forms in, and they're tamping and packing the clay and getting that all settled, getting the topography around the edges good. Then we'll have gravel brought in, and next year we can start working on the floors fully. They got this done a little faster than I thought they would, which is great, because now the carpenters can evolve onto building these back rooms. And as I walk around here, I'll explain. So here's some more trees. They all started as just a little twig, so they're thriving. So all those folks out there that were thinking, how are they going to survive? Well, they're doing really well. We've got a good crew watering them constantly. The stalks are about as big around as my thumb on most of them, and that's pretty impressive compared to a few months back when they were just little sticks. So on this side of the building, as you can see, trusses are up and they're starting to clad the top. But on this side of the building where he's working with the excavator right here, this is going to be outdoor dog kennels. We're going to have little guillotine doors at the bottom of the wall, so the kennel inside is going to be adjacent to an outside kennel. We'll be able to open the guillotine wall, and we'll have individual 7 kennels out here on this lower slab. And you can see where they're working the block here, right there, are a little lower, because the slab is going to have a little bit of a pitch and come out to that. And then there's going to be an overhead roof on top of this, and that's going to cover over the top of the outside dog kennels. And we're going to have a heated floor, and then we're going to have a heated sidewalk goes all the way around the back to the side doors. Reason being is once the kennels get snow in them, it's going to be pretty hard to shovel when you have 7 individual kennels and fences and gates. So this is going to be one of the few spots outside that the pad will be heated, so that the water will shed. Then it steps up a little, and there's another area here. This is going to be our outdoor cat rooms, our meet and greet room, and just a lot of extra space, much needed. The building's huge, but boy, the space goes fast. So they're working really good and hard at all this stuff over here. I didn't think they'd be here and getting this done until next week, so it's lovely. Winter's coming and we're getting caught up, which is awesome. They put in temporary plywood over the doors, keep the wind out of the inside. They started, if you can see up here, started cladding the windows. So when they get a wind day or a day where they're caught up on the roof, which will be a little bit yet, they will start putting in windows. So we're prepping for that. We've got all the supplies and the windows, which you'll see here in a minute too. So the roof, green roof is on up to this point, and they've got the underlayment and the plywood, and they're going to start working their way over to the other end. So they're working pretty good and rapid on that. It's a good size. I think they're going to be just fine. This gets windy and it gets cold, but I think the root system is taking on pretty good. Sorry, must be getting too far away from the web, whatever, the internet, because I just lost it. I'm going to try and walk around the front of the building. Hopefully I don't lose anybody. But we've got a good stockpile of clay here and a few other things. If I lose you, hang in there, because I'm just going to walk around the front of the building here. Parking lot, pretty good sized parking lot. Still have some topography issues out here for water drainage. This is where I think I might lose you, but we'll see. This is going to be the entryway. They got this all done and backfilled this week. It's going to be a little entryway with a overhang porch that wraps around here. So this will be another sidewalk that wraps around, and then I come around the building. Again, parking lot out to road. Just on the other side of that truck goes a hill down to the highway, and the driveway goes about 1,300 feet down that way. So this area where this white truck is sitting is going to be a concrete pad for the school bus, and or if we have a set of vets that come in and have their own mobile vet station or whatnot, they'll be able to plug into the power pole, and that will be here. And right here at the front of the building is going to be a fence line that runs across to that, so that this will keep this part kind of secure. Over here we have the cement pad for the greenhouse, and yesterday we started working on that. We've got the insulation in all the way around the pad. We put 2 feet out and about a foot down. We've got insulation for a frost break, and we've got all the parts set out in the posts. We're going to start drilling those tomorrow. We don't quite have enough power here to run. Sorry. So I'm closer to the house now, but yet I lost you. So hopefully everybody's still hanging with me. And yeah, that's going to be nice. It's got a drain in the center of it. It's going to be 18 by 36 greenhouse. Quite the parts list, with all the parts you saw earlier and this whole thing of just the hardware. It's going to be like a big, huge model. So we've got that going on. Again, more stockpiled kind of mulch. This is going to be a garden where the tractor and those are sitting. We're going to mulch all that in. That's all the topsoil. So we're going to use that for mulch in the garden. Okay, now I'm going to come down this side of the building, and I'm going to come inside, and I hope that we don't lose you again. So this is our garage door. This is going to be kind of a main entrance used most of the time by us, with the garage door and a man door going to the hall, and we'll explain all meticulously. Boy, I don't know why my phone is doing this. I walk around the whole property last year and my phone didn't give us a problem. So this is the Epic inside. Keith showed some pictures the other day, but boy, it just is huge. These are actual logs, 19.5-inch by 20-foot tall logs. We chose to do that instead of just being concrete and metal, and get some aesthetics in here. In between there is going to be a garden. There's going to be a bunch of plant life and some trees, and up above in this opening is going to go up 6 more feet. There's going to be a row of windows like you see along the side over here are going to be all around that, and that'll be kind of nice, let a lot of air and light in. And this open area here is all going to be for kennels, with the maternity ward at the back side. And yeah, so we got our geothermal piping stubbed in. It's out the wall, down underneath all those footings that you saw the guys working on, and it comes back up in the ground. And in the next month or so, we're going to start drilling some 30 holes for the geothermal. Got the little trusses for the top of the cupola. Those are going to go up there. And then we've got acoustical sound deadening material that we're investigating with. We've got a sample coming, and this whole top area up here is all going to have acoustic panels in it to keep the barking and the loudness of a bunch of dogs barking, basically, and it'll keep it quieter in here. Somewhere right in the middle there's going to be a divider wall, and up front is all the rest of the quarantine room, vet room, utility rooms, laundry room, bathrooms, staircase up to the loft on 3/4 of this section up here for storage and different things, and a few other rooms, mechanical rooms and some storage rooms, and a grooming room and a vet room, and a quarantine for cats, quarantine for dogs. So when I start saying that, you can tell how fast even a vast space like this is going to fill right up. So wanted to give everybody that tour, because a lot of folks have been asking about trees. How are they going to survive for the winter? How's the whole job going? Well, you can see now how the whole job's going. Absolutely beautiful. It's fun to come in here and see all the hard work and all the thoughts and the dreams and all the drawings and all the things that Keith and his whole crew has done to get to this point. It's just really epic to be part of and watch it all come to fruition. So when they take all the bridging off of all this, they'll be welding these caps up on top of these beams to the top beam. Right now everything's just getting fitted and tucked and ready for that cupola area. It's like a big 12 foot tall from the beams. Where's my finger? From that beam up is going to be 12 feet with windows all along there. So that's going to be really cool. And when they break loose these and they're all standing by themselves, we'll give you another update. But yeah, building is big, and real anxious to get more done. So, and out this back door of the building is the venue to get to the house, and right out here we're going to have well, this corner is going to be maternity ward. So this whole corner from the beams right there all the way back, it's going to be a big maternity ward with a loft area above it. And out the back door here, we're going to have some dog runs where we'll be able to take the mom out of the maternity ward to get away from the pups for a little while, bring her out, and we'll have 5 individual dog runs for the moms. So that'll be kind of nice. And then coming out this back door is back where the guys are all working on that end of the building. And everybody will be able to walk right over there to the feral area. And so that is the little walk around for now. Again, we'll give you more updates as time goes on, but been hearing from folks knowing or asking how it's going. So sorry I keep losing you. I don't know what the heck's going on with my phone. I got 4 bars. It's just one of them things. So everyone have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. Remember, be nice to each other. Bye.